I believe we've had a wonderful day and we are ready for tonight. Yeah, so before we start the session tonight, I will, as my custom is, try to introduce myself to everyone listening because I do not want to take it for granted that some of you might just be seeing me for the very first time. Even though I run a company called Digital Consulting that has been around for the past 5 years, helping people with non-tech backgrounds to transition to a career in tech. And I'm also here tonight to do exactly the same thing that I've been doing all this while, which is to help you transition to tech and realize your career goals. So I will start by doing a little introduction of myself and of Digital Consulting. By the way, Omiyale Yomi Martins. So you can call me Martins or Yomi, whichever works for you. And I'm the founder of Digital Consulting, a tech training institute with headquarters in Nigeria, but with operations in over 30 countries of the world. And tonight, I'm with you and I'll be sharing with you how you can transition to cybersecurity without a tech background. So if you are with me tonight, can I see your hands? If you are right here with me tonight and you are ready to learn, can I just see your hands? Okay, so I can see hands being raised. So that means I have people who are actually ready to transition to tech. Okay, that's good. That's good to know that you're ready. You're ready to transition to tech. So without much ado, let's get into it right away. Let's get into it right away. And we can take it up from there. So we just spent a few minutes on this. Then we could go to the business of the day. Just a few minutes on this and we are ready to go. So, okay, we're good to go. So, yeah, so who am I? I used to work at a multinational tax and auditing firm from 2013 to 2018, and that is PricewaterhouseCoopers. I worked at PwC Nigeria for 5 years as a tax accountant and a transfer pricing professional. And in 2018, I got a job as a senior tax accountant with the largest indigenously owned Nigerian oil exploration and production company, and that was Oriental Energy. And I was there for like 13 months. And after 13 months, I left tech, and the journey I left the oil and gas company, and the journey has been smooth and interesting ever since then. I'm a pastor. I will talk about that later. So this is me right here. As you can see, it's me right here. I'm married. This is my lovely wife. Some of you know her. I love to have fun and go for vacation. This is me at the start of the church, preaching the gospel. Just a little about myself, because it's important that you just get to know a little, right, before we go to the business of the day. So this is me right here. So this is me in church. This is me in church at a program recently, right here. Okay, this is a program that is coming up. Yeah, this is me in Dubai, having fun. I'm a man of many parts. So I'm a trainer. So here I was training a cross section of real estate developers and training them and exposing them to the opportunities in the real estate industry. So I'm a tech professional, I'm a real estate developer, and I'm a pastor. So, and I'm an husband, right? So that's basically me. Then I'll talk about digital. So here I was doing an awareness training on the opportunities in tech with Nigerians. This was a couple of years back that I was doing it. So here I was explaining tech opportunities to them. Okay, this is a program, is a church program, a crusade. Okay, this is another one. Okay, so what else? Yeah, so that is that about me. Then let's talk about Agital, the organization called Agital. And if you really want to find out about Agital, Google is your friend. Google is your wonderful friend to find out about all things Agital, right? Agital started in 2019, and this is like our 5th year of business, right? So, so now let's go. Let's get into it. Let's get into it right here. So, Agital Consulting. You want to find out about Agital? This is just very simple. Just go to Google and search for Agital Consulting. And once you do that, you see everything about Agital right there. So you could just take your time because it's very important to know a little about us. So this is our Instagram page. This is our website. This is Instagram. We've been featured in Independent Newspaper Nigeria. We have been featured in Guardian. We've been featured Nairaland, Business Day, right? We've had a lot of all these features here and there. So you could just take your time and check us out, Tribune, and what has been said about us. But very important, and this is quite important, is before you listen to anybody, check out what people have said about them. I believe you know better. So check out our reviews. That is what really matters. So here, you can come here and check out the reviews. And these are verified reviews. These are reviews of people who have attended a program with us, right? So you could just take your time, check out these reviews and get to know, because out there, people are not always who they claim to be, right? So if you are going to listen to somebody, you need to take your time and really find out about them. Then the last thing I would take you to is LinkedIn. So when you get to LinkedIn, you will see a lot of the activities of our students on LinkedIn. In the last 5 years, we've trained over 10,000 students across 14 tech disciplines in 30 countries of the world. So we have done this with, we've left some of our imprint in the course of doing this, right? So let's go to LinkedIn and you can get to see the activities of our students on LinkedIn, right? So here we are, as you can see. So we are here on LinkedIn, and what did I do? I just did Agital Consulting. So all you just have to do is to search. Just do a search for Agital Consulting. And once you do the search, Agital Consulting, you do a search. And once you do the search on LinkedIn, this is what's going to happen. You check out post. You check out post, right? So you could see this is Prince Chinonso, MBA, ACA, and he started a new position at Agital Consulting. This is Chinedu Ude. I'm happy to share that I'm starting a new position as ethical hacker at Agital Consulting. This was 8 months ago. Now he's ISC squared certified. So let me just show you Chinedu Ude because, right? So Chinedu Ude is a student and our alumni, and he attended our program 8 months ago, right? After the program, he has secured an internship with Cybersecurity in India. He has done his ISC squared CC certificate. He has gotten that. He has done a whole lot of other stuff, as you can see. So you just Chinedu is, and presently is undergoing internship, right? So we have a lot of them like that. So all you just have to do is search Digital Consulting on LinkedIn, click on post, and you start. So this is David Felix. He's also an ex-student at Digital Consulting, and when you check him out, you can see some amazing stuff he has been doing. So all you just have to do is to click see all post results for Digital Consulting. So when you see all our post results, you see the activities of our students, you see the projects they are doing, you see the certifications they are getting. So this is Frederick, is talking about the certification he obtained, a 6 months project-based training at Digital. This is Timothy, sharing the experience in the class. It's just been very interesting. As you can see, right? And you can see what their tutor is also saying about them. You can see Maxwell, what he's saying about his training with us, right? I just have 2 minutes to wrap this up. You can see Chinedu, you can see myself, you can see, so this is UI UX anyway. So these are the projects some of our students are doing. And I could just go on and on. Gregory is a student of us, the things he has done. Some of them have gotten jobs. Some of them are doing their internships. Some have relocated. So we could just go on and on and on and on about, so this is Olumide to cybersecurity, so that is, so by the time you do that, you get to really understand what our students, what they've been up to. So I just have 2 more minutes for introduction, then I'll go into the stuff. So you could also check us out on Instagram, Digital Consulting. We are right here on Instagram. And right, this is Digital Consulting on Instagram. We just update once in a while, but we are quite active on LinkedIn, and our students are also very active on LinkedIn. And you can check me out too on Instagram, even though this might be more of church anyway, but never mind. So I'm on Instagram. This is my personal Instagram handle, but it's just a lot of stuff, religious stuff here and there. But yeah, so that being said, let's get down to it. Let's get down to the business of the day. Enough of introduction. It's time to get into this. So if you are with me tonight, if you are with me, can I see your hands? Can I see your hands? Can you kindly raise your hands? If you're following me attentively, if you're really following me, I need to see those hands. I need to see those hands. I need your energy. So, okay. Thank you. I can see that quite a lot of people are following me. So let's get into this. Let's get into this right away. So now we are right here now. So transition to a career in tech and get remote jobs as a cybersecurity professional, right? And, we have all this stuff about IT opportunities are abundant, but the laborers are few, right? When you transition to tech, there's potential for remote jobs, flexible job schedules, freelancing, shortcuts into making 6-digit income, no IT background needed, no university degree needed. More than 26% of IT workers don't hold a degree. Almost 49% of IT job postings in 2017 did not list a degree as a minimum requirement. No age constraint. You can start at any time. So I believe you've heard all these things before now. But tonight, you're not just going to hear it. I will actually show you. Right? I will actually show you. Like I said, by the grace of God, I've been doing this for 5 years now. And we've trained over 10,000 students in over 30 countries in 5 years. And we've helped thousands of people to get their first tech job, to start up their tech business, and to relocate, to do a lot of things. So this is my terrain, right? This is my terrain. So I will start with LinkedIn. I'll start with LinkedIn, right? I will start with LinkedIn. So I want you to be very attentive. I want you to be very, very attentive. Now, this is LinkedIn. So what I want to do, so I want to do DevSecOps, right? DevSecOps. Now, DevSecOps just means cybersecurity professionals that secure DevOps operations. We are still going to get into that, but it's a field in cybersecurity, right? Yeah. So I want to show you something tonight. I want to show you something tonight. So DevSecOps is a field in cybersecurity. Cybersecurity has many fields, and I'm going to break everything down for you tonight. I just need your full focus, your concentration, and your attention, right? So that is all I need tonight. Now look at it. Look at this, and I'm searching for this in the United Kingdom. United Kingdom, and I want you to take a look at this. Now, date posted, I'm going to do past 24 hours. I need past 24 hours, right? So now, this is senior DevOps engineer. This job was posted 12 hours ago on LinkedIn. Now, so far, 2 people have applied for this job. 2 people have applied for this job. Just 2 people. It's a security job. It's a cybersecurity, cloud security job. 2 people have applied in 12 hours. Now, let's look at the requirements. Now, don't forget the other time I said no age constraint, no university degree needed, no tech degree needed, right? So let's prove it. Don't just listen to me. Let's see, are these things true? So now I'm on LinkedIn and I'm going through the jobs you can see on LinkedIn. So now this job was posted 12 hours ago. Just 2 people have applied for this job on LinkedIn. Now, in case you have doubts about that, if I post data analyst, so we'll see what will happen. If I post data analyst, right? So let me do past 24 hours data analyst. So what do we see here? Layer compression, over 100 applicants. Now, over 100 applicants doesn't mean 100 applicants. It means over 100. It could be 500, it could be 1,000, it could be 5,000. Right? So I need you to be very attentive. Very, very attentive tonight. Right? I need you to be very, very attentive tonight. Right? Very, very attentive. Right. Now, this 1 hour ago, 13 applicants. 1 hour ago, 13 applicants. Right? So this one, 8 hours ago, 42 applicants. Now, but for data analysts, we can see that there are a whole lot of, so now if I want to even shock you, if I do business analyst, United Kingdom, business analyst, United Kingdom. Okay, so let's look at this. Okay, this 1 hour ago, nobody has applied yet. They are not aware. So let's do this 1 hour ago. I'm looking for any job that has been around for maybe more than, okay, so this is 15 hours ago, business analyst, over 100 applicants already. Over 100 applicants already. Now, this is 3 hours ago, over 100 applicants. 3 hours ago, over 100 applicants. 3 hours ago. Right? This is just 59 minutes ago, but people have applied already. Right? So now this 3 hours ago, 15 applicants. Now, what am I trying to say? There are certain tech jobs that are high demand tech jobs, and cybersecurity is one of them. They are high demand. So what I'm trying to show you is the demand and the supply. So if you want to study business analysis, or you want to break into tech as a business analyst or as a data analyst, nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. But here's the thing. You are going to be struggling with a whole lot of other people that are doing the same thing. A whole lot of them doing the same thing. But if you come to cybersecurity and you try to break in through cybersecurity, the demand is higher than the supply. That's the point I'm trying to make to you. So let me go back to DevSecOps, which is a branch of cybersecurity. Now, the interesting thing about cybersecurity is that there are different fields, and I'm going to come to that, right? Just be attentive. Now, so this DevOps 2 hours ago, what did I say? Now, let's forget about the number of applicants. 13 hours ago, just 2 applicants. Now, let's move on. So, is there any university degree here? Nothing like it. Oh, you must have a master's degree? Nothing like it. I can't find it here. Age restriction, I can't see it here. It's not there. What is here? Linux, and you learn all that in cybersecurity, of course. Previous automation experience, Kubernetes, CI/CD, knowledge of security, which is cybersecurity. Now, so let's go to another one. Now, this 13 hours ago, 1 applicant. 13 hours ago, 1 applicant. Now, 13 hours ago, 0 applicants. 13 hours ago, 0 applicants. Security solutions architect. So what does it entail? Secure software development lifecycle, solution security. OWASP is one of the things we teach our students. NCSC cloud security, security threat modeling, DevSecOps, certified ethical hacker, MS security cyber architect, AWS security specialist, Docker, Kubernetes. 0 applicants. Nobody has applied 13 hours ago. Why? Because the competency is not that much. Am I saying there are no people who know these things? Of course not. But what I'm trying to say is that it's not, the supply is lesser than the demand. The supply is lesser than the demand. Now, so we go on. So this is a cloud DevSecOps engineer. 3 hours ago, this one has 5 applicants, which is not bad, but the demand is still quite high. And I could go on and on and on. And all these jobs are last 24 hours. Last 24 hours jobs. This is 9 hours ago, right? This has like 27 applicants, which is good, right? So 1 hour ago, 4 applicants, right? So we can see here that the demand is high compared to the supply. The demand is high compared to the supply. So senior cybersecurity engineer, 3 applicants. 1 hour ago, 3 people have applied. So I have been able to establish that point, and that is very important. So let me go back to my slide. Let me go back to my slide. So now we can see here that you don't need IT background. There's potential for remote jobs because wherever there is a great demand for a skill, and the supply is not matching up with the skill, whoever has that skill will be in high demand. That is just the way it is, right? So we'll continue from there. So now remote jobs fact or fiction. Now I've even established that we all saw it ourselves, that remote jobs are not fiction, they are facts. But LinkedIn is just one of the platforms. Just so you know, there's another platform for tech professionals and cybersecurity professionals. And that platform is Upwork. So right now, I'm going to go to Upwork. I'm going to show you another area in Upwork where people get freelance gigs. So on LinkedIn, you are likely to get full-time jobs, contract jobs, but on Upwork, it's mostly contract jobs, then a few full-time jobs on Upwork, right? So let's go to Upwork. Let's go to the school of Upwork and let's find out what's happening on Upwork. So we are right here on Upwork and we've gotten here right now. And I even want to shock everybody listening to me, right? Now on Upwork, I'm going to search for people who are living in Nigeria and they are working for organizations outside of Nigeria. I'm even going to start from that. Now, every one of you watching me, you're all in Europe, right? Because this particular edition is the Europe edition. So you're in Europe, right? Now, we have other edition in other continents, the US, Canada edition, the Asia edition, the Africa edition, but this is Europe. This is our Europe cohort. Now, so now I want to shock you. I'm searching on Upwork for people who are living in Nigeria. People who are living in Nigeria and are working outside of Nigeria. They are not even in the UK or in France or in Germany or in Malta or in Poland. They are in Nigeria. They're in Nigeria. So just see them. So you can see Nigeria is based in Nigeria, but he's an IT auditor and cybersecurity analyst. And his charge out rate is $15 per hour. Right? You can see he's in Nigeria. He has done $60,000. And you check his profile right now, you can see that he has some jobs. His charge out rate is $50 per hour. PCI DSS applications. I'm going to still explain all these things. PCI DSS application, security, penetration testing, firewall information. So he has all those skill sets. I'm going to explain all those as we proceed. Just follow me. He's doing data privacy. I guess he's new, but he's not doing badly. He's in Nigeria, as you can see, $15 per hour. He has done $50,000 already, right? He's in Nigeria. He's not in the UK. He's not in Dubai. He's based in Nigeria. He's living in Nigeria and he's working for organizations outside of Nigeria, even though he's in Nigeria. How much more people like you who are in Europe? It's even easier because he can't get any job that is not a remote job. And there are many jobs that he should be able to get, but they will say, "Oh, you're not in United Kingdom. You're not in Europe. I wish you were in Europe. If you're in Europe, we could have considered you." Right? But despite that, they are still getting jobs. Despite that, they are still getting jobs. Right? Look at him. He has done $20,000. So I don't want to waste time. So I could just go on because there are many of them on this platform, but I don't have time for all that tonight. But I just needed to open your minds, right? So open your minds and to make you understand that breaking into tech, breaking into cybersecurity is one of the best decisions you can ever make. And I'm doing that with facts and with figures, right? I'm doing that with facts and with figures, trying to explain these things to you so that you can see it clearly. So cybersecurity is an high in demand skill. The jobs are there. Like, no, don't let anybody deceive you. Because at times people have reached out to me and they've said things like, "Sir, we've attended a training, and after the training, we kept applying and applying and applying." And I said, "What was the course you studied when you went for that training?" I said, "I did business analysis." Now, listen to me. In Digital, we do business analysis, right? But we do business analysis as a support course, as a bonus course in Digital, right? Is as an additional tech skill. Because business analysts, and no offense, but I just have to be truthful. Because you have 1,000 Nigerians going out there, or 1,000 Europeans or Africans going out there, because I know Ghanaians, Rwandans, and Ugandans are watching me, who are in Europe are watching me on this, and South Africans who are based in Europe are also listening to me. So no offense, I keep saying Nigerians. No offense, please. Now, 1,000 Africans and Europeans are studying business analysis, fighting for the same jobs out there. So when people have this experience, "Oh, we did tech and, we are trying to apply," is because you did not study a high income tech skill, an high in demand tech skill. People say, "Oh, tech is hot, tech is hot." It is the area of tech that you choose that determines whether tech is hot or whether tech is not hot. Tech is not necessarily hot. There are low demand tech skills. There are low income tech skills. There are high demand tech skills and high income tech skills. Cybersecurity is one of them. It has high demand and is an high income tech skill. So We've sorted that one out. So let's move. So having said that, what exactly is cybersecurity? So I'm not going to waste so much time on this. I'm just going to hit the nail on the head, because this is not we are not here for theories. We are here for serious business, right? So cybersecurity is the practice of protecting computer systems, networks, software, and data from digital attacks, unauthorized access, damage, or theft. It involves implementing measures to prevent, detect, respond to, and recover from cybersecurity breaches. We all know what cybersecurity is. Systems, networks, software, data. That's it. So now, cybersecurity involves the implementation of measures and controls to ensure the confidentiality, integrity, and availability of information stored in digital format. In today's digital world, where organizations rely heavily on technology for various operations, cybersecurity is crucial to safeguard sensitive information and defend against cyber threats. These threats can come in various forms, including hackers, malware, phishing attacks, ransomware, and insider threats, right? So what's the word of cybersecurity? Confidentiality. Information is accessible only to authorized individuals. Integrity, the accuracy, reliability, trustworthiness of data and systems. So confidentiality means who should not see the information does not have access to the information. Integrity means the information can be relied upon. It is accurate. It is trustworthy. Availability. So it might be confidential, it might have integrity, and it might not be available. That is why we have denial of service attacks. We also have distributed denial of service attacks. So if information is confidential, if information has integrity, but that information is not available, then it's a waste of time, right? So availability, ensuring that information and systems are accessible and usable when needed. Measures are implemented to prevent or mitigate disruptions that could impact the availability of critical resources. Authentication and authorization, verifying the identity of users and granting appropriate access privileges. This involves implementing mechanisms such as passwords, biometrics, and multi-factor authentication. Network security. We all know networks are protecting computer networks from unauthorized access and attacks. This includes firewalls, intrusion detection systems, virtual private networks to secure network infrastructure, right? Now we're going to come into all these application security, incident response, and all those stuff. But before we come into this, let me just show you something very interesting. Why cybersecurity? The reason is because cybersecurity attacks have been on the rise, and it's not going to decline, right? And that is why organizations are not joking with their cybersecurity. That is just why. As a matter of fact, all organizations right now need cybersecurity personnel. All individuals need cybersecurity personnel. All. So let's get going. And let me show you this so that you can see the historical basis for this. The historical basis for this. So right here, we have this. Now, a hacker is a person who uses computers to gain unauthorized access to data or computing systems. Now, what do we have here? Rise of cyber attacks. Now, 2018. What was the cost of cyber crime in 2018? Was $860 billion. This report is in trillions. So in 2018, it was $860 billion. In 2019, it was $1.16 trillion. 2020, $2.95 trillion. And it's rising astronomically. By 2027, it's been predicted that the cost of cybercrime will be $23.82 trillion. That's the prediction. $23.82 trillion by 2027. By 2027, it will be $23.82 trillion. So this is very, very significant. This is very, very significant. And we can't joke with this. So this is why cybersecurity has come to stay. This is why the demand is so high, because between 2018 and 2023, the cost of cybercrime increased from 0.86 to 11.50. That's massive. Right now, so let's go back to our slide. Let's go back to our slide. Right now, let's do something and let me break it down. Yeah, so now we have it, application security, securing software applications to prevent vulnerabilities and protect against unauthorized access or manipulation. That's application security. That's where we talk about secured software development. Secured software development. So that's the field of application security. Incident response, developing and implementing plans to respond to cybersecurity incidents promptly and effectively. This involves identifying, containing, eradicating, and recovering from security breaches. We have security awareness and training, educating users about cybersecurity practices, threats, and their roles and responsibilities in maintaining security. Compliance and regulations. Here we are talking about GDPR, PCI DSS, ISO 27001, and the rest of it. Now, before we proceed, I want to break down what cybersecurity is. I want to break it down for us, what cybersecurity is. We're going to be breaking down cybersecurity now. And right now, I'm going to open my docs so that I can explain this better. I'm going to open my docs and explain this to us in a better way. Okay, so I think I'm ready now. So let's break down what cybersecurity is. Now, one thing I like about cybersecurity is that it has a lot of jobs. There are a lot of jobs in cybersecurity. And so this was DevSecOps. There is security researcher. I'm going to be explaining what all these things means. There's security researcher. So if you are searching for cybersecurity jobs, you are not limited to just cybersecurity. There's security researcher. So this is a position for a junior SOC analyst, 8 hours, 31 applicants, which is still good. This is a SOC. I'm going to explain all that. There is SOC analyst, right? There's SOC analyst. SOC analyst is 1 hour ago. One applicant, 1 hour ago, SOC analyst. As you can see here, I'm going to explain what that is. So you can apply as a SOC analyst. That's cybersecurity, right? You can apply as an incident responder. It's also another role in cybersecurity. It's also another role, right? This is cybersecurity coaching and training consultant. This is a contract. We're still coming to that, right? You can be a penetration tester in cybersecurity. Can be a penetration tester. So this is 8 hours ago, 7 applicants. Penetration tester, 2 hours ago, 1 applicant. Right? You have all this, 1 applicant, and on and on and on. Right? You can Be a security engineer. So what does all this mean? You can be a security engineer, be a security engineer, right? Senior security engineer. So now let me break down all these things just to help your understanding. Let's start with security analyst. Security analysts, they monitor and maintain networks and systems to identify any breach, any security breach. Now, let me explain what this means. Some of us lives in places where you just see a security guard, maybe in an office, a bank, and a security guard is there. That security guard is just doing the work of a SOC, right? He's just guarding the environment, just monitoring and just maintaining the existing security architecture that is there. But if there is a security incident and thieves comes to rob the bank, they will reach out to the police, the mobile police force, to help them out, right? They will call for reinforcement. So when you have the security analyst, or what they also call SOC, and when you hear the word SOC and SOC and SOC, SOC just means Security Operations Center. So this is just monitoring and maintenance, just checking networks, checking systems, checking logs, just ensuring that there's no breach. Now we have incident responder. Incident responder, they respond to cybersecurity breaches to contain, investigate, and prevent future reoccurrence. So incident responders, when there has been a severe security breach, these are trained to respond to contain it, to restore. They also restore the system back to the way it was. They investigate, identify, investigate what really went wrong. So that's incident responder. Now you have security engineer. Now, these are not the only roles, but these are just the ones that are common and for entry levels especially. So you have security engineer. A security engineer is who deploys the security architecture. And that is firewalls, the SIEMs, the IDS. You get to know about all that. So an engineer deploys. He deploys a security architecture. So this is how he deploys. So he's a technical guy who deploys. So when you hear security engineer, so a small or medium scale business, they are setting up their business, they are starting business, and they bring a security engineer. So the security engineer deploys the firewalls, deploys the intrusion detection systems, sets everything up to ensure that they are well protected. Right now we have GRC. Now GRC is governance, risk, and compliance. So this just ensure that organizations are keeping up with regulations, standards, and laws in cybersecurity. Some of those regulations are PCI DSS. This is for people in the financial industry. So PCI DSS means Payment Card Industry Data Security Standard. So all these cards, it's MasterCard, Visa card, all forms of it. So it's a standard for fintechs. Financial technology firm is a standard in that industry. We have the ISO 27001. We have SOX, Sarbanes-Oxley, right? We have IPA, right? So we have GDPR. So these are standards, regulations, and laws. So this is more of a compliance kind of work. We have the penetration tester / ethical hacker. So they identify vulnerabilities in an organization system. In an organization, they just identify. So these are, so now not all cybersecurity roles are penetration testers. So that's why I have to break all these things down, because some people just have this idea that if I'm doing cybersecurity, that means I'm a penetration tester. That is what I do. I'm a penetration tester. No. So yeah, there are penetration testers. Another question is, do you need coding? Do you need coding? Do you need knowledge of programming? No, you don't. No, you don't. Many of these roles, you can do them successfully without writing a single line of code, because there are many tools, many programs, many softwares that you can use. So programming is not necessary to break through into cybersecurity. And there are many pathways in cybersecurity that you don't need knowledge of programming at all. And you work in that industry for 5 years, for 10 years, and you never write a single line of code. So very important. So we have the security awareness trainer. So it's also another field in cybersecurity. Let me even search for available jobs on that right now. Security awareness. So you can see security awareness. So this is under it, cybersecurity coaching and training consultant, corporate security officer, right? It might have different names. So 3 hours ago, nobody has applied for this job to support. You see, we are recruiting a corporate security officer to support in providing safety, security, and front of house support, right? Monitoring officer. By the time you do all the search, you can see the role of this, right? But let me put trainer in front. That will drop. There's the results even increased. Cybersecurity, incidents respond, monitoring officer, learning consultants, on and on, e-learning developer. So let's get back to this now. So we have security, we have application security. I talked about it while I was opening my application security engineer. So the work of an application security engineer, we all use softwares. So we make use of software. So helps ensures that softwares developed and used don't have vulnerabilities. Yeah, that's the work of the application security engineer, because where are the potential levels of threats? The levels of threat could be the physical infrastructure. These are layers: physical infrastructure, It could be the network. It could be the software. Could be the human. So the application security engineer tackles it at the level of the software. At the level of the software. So I needed to do all this to break all these things down. Don't worry, all your questions will be answered. Some of you are asking questions. Don't worry, you will get answers to all your questions, right? So you will get answers to all the questions that you are asking. Now let's go back to the slide. So if you are still with me, if you are getting the explanations that I'm giving, can I see your hands? Can I see your hands? I need your focus. I need you to be focused here. So if you understand everything that I'm saying and it's making a lot of sense, let me see your hands. Okay, good. I can see that people are following. Right. So now let's go back to. So yeah, we've broken everything down. So I haven't broken all these things down. I've shown you the why of cybersecurity. I've shown you the areas in cybersecurity, and these are not all the areas. There are many other areas that I'll still talk about. So the question will now be, how do I break in to cybersecurity? How do I really break into cybersecurity? So at this point, I'll go back to my Google Docs. I love to explain using my Google Docs. So I'll go back to my Google Docs. Right. Okay, so it's not here. Let me go back to my Google Docs. Let me go back to my Google Docs. Okay, I'm right here. Now we are right here. So let's get going. Let's get going. Now, how do I break in? How do I break in into cybersecurity? Now, so the fastest and best way to break into cybersecurity is through a boot camp. Is through a boot camp. And that is where Agita comes in. And let me show you how we help you to break into cybersecurity. So first of all, to break in, you need at least 6 months of intensive training. At least, right? I see people saying, oh, break into cybersecurity in 2 months, break into cybersecurity in 2 weeks, in 1 month. Listen, those things don't work. The problem is not lack of jobs, it is lack of expertise. It is the fact that people don't have the competence, and competence takes time. So for us in Digital, our training is 6 months intensive. And when I mean 6 months, it's practical. Practical and project-based. Practical and project-based. So minimum of 6 months. Now, one other thing that you need is you need the technical skill. And that is imparted when you attend a training. A technical skill, and the technical skill covers all the foundational areas of cybersecurity. So what happens is that all these roles, incident responder, security engineer, security architect, information security analyst, GRC, pen tester, ethical hacker, security researcher. I didn't mention that one. Security researcher is also known as threat intelligence. What those ones do is they help an organization to guard against potential threats and actual threats. because they're always investigating all around all the possible threats, malwares, virus. They investigate the dark web. So they are like the CIA of cybersecurity, right? Let me put it here. They are like the CIA of cybersecurity. So call them security researcher / threat intelligence analyst. So these are the secret service. So an organization will hire a security researcher just to keep monitoring the dark web, monitoring everywhere to identify potential threats and actual threats to an organization. So the organization is not sitting back and waiting for the threat to materialize. They are getting aware of such threats and they are developing their system, improving their system to guard against a threat that has not materialized. And why are these things important? Because by the time an organization suffers a security breach, it might be the end of that organization. It might be the end. So, all foundational areas of cybersecurity, because in these 6 months, you are meant to have the fundamental knowledge of cybersecurity, such that after the 6 months, you can now specialize in any area. So in that 6 months, you are learning networking, you are learning SIEMs, you are learning ethical hacking, you are learning threat intelligence, you are learning GRC and data protection, IT audits, GRC, IT audits, and data protection, right? So you have this foundational knowledge of these areas. And with this foundational knowledge, you can apply to any of these roles. So your first job will now determine where you choose to specialize. Or after the 6 months where you have this foundational knowledge of all these areas, you could not decide on your own that, oh, I want to specialize in this area. I want to specialize as a security researcher. I want to specialize as a SOC. I want to specialize as a security engineer. This is very important. So the 6 months gives you all the required skill to break through. So that's how it works. It gives you the required skill to break through, right? Because you have the foundational knowledge. Now, the next thing is what we call certifications. So let me put it out here that in breaking into cybersecurity, the most important thing is the skill, the technical skill. That is the most important thing. The most important thing is the technical skill, right? The technical skill, that is the most important thing. Now, if you have certifications and you don't have the technical skill, that's a big problem. That's a big problem. If you have certifications and you lack technical skills, you are dead on arrival. You are dead on arrival. So I need to say that. So, but certifications help. Certifications help. They help in the sense that it gives whoever is interviewing you the awareness that, okay, they've seen your CV, you've applied and you put some certifications. Okay, yeah. So this person has actually done this. But if you have certifications and you don't have project skill, you don't have technical skills, it's a waste. So let's set that balance. So some of the certifications you could have CC by ISC squared. It's a powerful one. There's Cyber Ops by Cisco Networking. There's CompTIA Security Plus, right? These are all foundational. There's Fortinet Network Security. 1, 2, and 3, right? So these are for the technical ones. There are a lot of certifications, but these are just the relevant ones. Like, you don't have to acquire all the certifications in the world. Get these ones. And of course, we have ISO 27001. We have, I also always recommend ISO 31000, right? But this 27001 is very, very important, right? Now, like I said, the idea is not to pack all the certifications in the world, just get a few relevant ones. The project is the most important thing. The project is the most important thing. Your technical ability is more important than certifications, right? More important than certifications. So now, so you have this, so you have certifications. So now we are still talking about how to break through, right? If you are with me, can I see your hands? If you are with me, can I see your hands? We are still on how to break through. So in case you've forgotten, we started with, you need an intensive 6 months of practical and project-based training. And let me say this, to some of you watching me, you actually in the UK, and you went there for masters in cybersecurity, and or in Europe, in Germany, in France, right? And you did masters in cybersecurity, but you realize that it's a whole lot theoretical, right? So listen to me. Your master's degree in Europe is not sufficient to get you a cybersecurity job, right? So I have a lot of tutors in the UK. Some of them have announced on the group. We have Tofumi, who is working with the Word Solutions. We have Emmanuel, who is working with PwC Technology Risk, Cybersecurity Department. We have Samson Oni, who is a security engineer at Amazon Web Services. And we have a host of them like that, right? So if you have a master's degree and you don't have the technical knowledge, the practical knowledge, you won't get the job. So all these, my tutors that I mentioned, they are working in established organizations in Europe, in America, because of their technical knowledge, not because they had a master's degree in cybersecurity. So I needed to establish that. So if you have your master's degree in cybersecurity, it's fine. Maybe you went there with master's and that enabled you to gain access to relocate, but that master's degree will not get you a job. That master's degree is not enough to help you transition. And I say this from 5 years experience, helping thousands of people like you to transition into tech. So please take note of that. Now, so we are building it. So you have your technical training, you have your certifications. Then the next thing is internships. Internships. Now, what we do in digital is that immediately you are done with your 6 months technical training. So during the course of your 6 months technical training, you are getting all these CC, Cyber Ops, Fortinet, ISO. For CompTIA, we prepare you for the exams, and we prepare you to pass the exams, right? So immediately you are done with your 6 months training, we secure an internship for you immediately. Immediately. Why? Because internships will give you the required work experience and work reference when needed. As it also builds your confidence, and helps overcome imposter syndrome. Yeah. So there's this thing called imposter syndrome, right? Because I understand. I've come here tonight. I've shown you a lot of jobs, no university degree there, no tech degree needed, just get the skill. And, after the training at Digital, you have learned all these things. You have, like I said, in the training, you are taught the fundamentals, networking, incident response, digital forensics, SOC, SIMS, dealing with attacks, penetration testing, ethical hacking. You are taught all these foundations so that after 6 months, you can apply into any of these roles. But while you are doing that, immediately you are done with your 6 months training. You've acquired practical projects, you've acquired labs. We move you straight into an internship program. Because number one, we want you to overcome imposter syndrome. Because even though you've done all these projects and all these labs that you've done and you've executed, and you have tutors, experienced tutors who are working with global companies in cybersecurity, there is this fear that 6 months ago, I didn't know anything. I came to Digital. In 6 months, yes, they've taught me this, they've taught me this, they've taught me, but are you sure? Are you sure I can really? Are you sure? Right? So we move you immediately into internships. Immediately into internships, right? And that is, you take it off from there. So the internship will give you work experience. The internship will give you work reference, and it will help you to overcome imposter syndrome. So you don't see yourself as an imposter. You don't just feel that, am I who I say I am? Am I who people say I am, right? So this helps you to overcome that, because now you are working in a real life environment and you are getting your job done, and you realize, yeah, so when you now need to go and apply for jobs, you will not feel that sense of insecurity, right? Or that sense of incompetence. So that is very important. So we secure internships for you right away. Immediately your training is done, internships is done. Now, there is something called career coaching. Something called career coaching. Now, this career coaching starts from the day your training starts. So one thing is, cybersecurity is divided into two. I would say 3 parts. So there's technical, which is offensive and defensive. So when people think that cybersecurity is all about ethical hacking, so ethical hacking, penetration testing, vulnerability assessment is the offensive side. We also have the defensive. That's where we have the SOC, the security engineer, the security architect. That's the SOC area, right? So we also have the non-technical. Here is where we have the IT audit. We have the GRC analyst. We have data protection. So now that is very clear. So for career coaching in Digital, we don't wait for you to complete your training before we start prepping you for the career world, right? We don't wait. We don't wait for you to complete your training before we start prepping you for the career world. So people are asking for the replay of the webinar. Don't worry about that. The replay will be made available, right? I'm going to answer all your questions. I'm going to answer all your questions. So just hold it there. Let me just finish this stuff, right? If you want me to continue this session, can I see your hands? If you want me to continue, can I see your hands? Okay, so I think people want me to continue. right? So let me continue. Now, non-technical, IT audit, GRC, data protection. Now, let me explain this. So what is career coaching? So in digital, you don't finish your 6 months training, and after you are done with your 6 months, that's when you now start thinking of, oh, how do I design my CV? Oh, how do I optimize my LinkedIn? Oh, how do I apply for jobs on Google, on Indeed, on Glassdoor? No, we don't do that. So from the day your training starts, you're already being prepared for career coaching. So what are the things we teach in the career coaching? And this is as in phenomenal. This is exceptional. So listen. Now we start by teaching you CV revamp. Now, when you saw those jobs and you are seeing some jobs and you see over 100 applicants, some of those jobs, right, they have softwares that will screen out some CVs. It is not all the CVs that we eventually get to the recruiter, because the recruiter is a human being. So it's not all the CVs that will get to the recruiter. Some of those CVs will be screened out by the algorithm, screened out by some ATS softwares, right? So, but what we teach our students is how to prepare their CV in such a way that it will always scale through the ATS system. So there's a way to go about it. So you learn that during the course of the training. Now, the second thing is LinkedIn optimization. LinkedIn optimization. Now, let me call it LinkedIn optimization and building and branding, because the word LinkedIn optimization has been bastardized. You see, LinkedIn is a course on its own. On LinkedIn, there are close to 700 million professionals on LinkedIn. 700 million professionals on LinkedIn. So LinkedIn is the place to be. LinkedIn is a professional platform. But many people just go to LinkedIn, they just put their picture there, they put their CV, I worked at so place, I worked at so place, and I was there, I am this, I am this, I am, and they just sit back and say, okay, they will locate me. There's a way to go about LinkedIn. There's a way you can use LinkedIn to attract recruiters to yourself. So while you are learning the technical side and you are learning the non-technical side of the training, you are learning LinkedIn optimization and branding. So career coaching classes hold once in 2 weeks. It holds once in 2 weeks. It's a 2 hours class, and it holds just before your technical session, right? So that's how it works. It's once in 2 weeks for your career coaching session, and so you'll be taught all these things practically. While your technical training is going on, you revamp your CV, you work on your LinkedIn. Like I said, LinkedIn is beyond, I put my picture there, I worked at so place from so time, I am this with 7, it's beyond that. Oh. LinkedIn is deeper than that. There are tools. You need to understand the algorithm. There's a way you can attract recruiters to yourself. Right? There are activities you keep doing that you build a presence. On LinkedIn, you can get jobs on LinkedIn. You can get gigs, you can get freelance jobs, you can get contract jobs on LinkedIn. So LinkedIn is a course on its own. Then we teach you Upwork mastery. We teach you Upwork mastery. As you can see there, a lot of Nigerians in Nigeria are getting jobs on Upwork, right? Now talk of you that you are in Europe, right? So we teach you Upwork, and all these things are not 1 hour class, just 1 class, 2 class. You'll be well taught and detailed, because digital, and I will advise you once again, go and check our reviews online. Our reviews are right there. We are very detailed. We are perfectionist. Digital is an organization that has been around for 5 years. So we have enough resources to impact all this knowledge. So all these things are taught by different people. So you have a technical tutor, you have a non-technical tutor, you have a career coach who teaches you these things, right? So that is how it works. So we have a system to doing this thing. So there's Upwork Mastery, because you can get jobs on Upwork. Upwork Mastery for contracts and full-time roles. As I've shown you, there are a lot of jobs on Upwork. Right? Now, it doesn't end there. Now, number 4 is the game changer. Number 4 is the game changer. This is the game changer. The game changer. So what is this game changer? The game changer is what I call email marketing for career professionals and freelancers. This is the game changer. This one is the game changer. So now, here's what happens. For those of you sending questions, don't worry. I just have a few minutes left to finish this session. Then I will start answering your questions. Don't worry. Some of you have been asking, how do I help you? So I will make you an offer tonight. I'll give you an offer on how I can help you. And if you are fast and you take advantage of the offer, you can never remain the same again. So, but let me impact knowledge first. I love to teach. Now, listen and listen clearly. Don't be distracted. Don't be distracted. Now, this thing I'm about to tell you, there is no tech institute that I know of that is teaching people cybersecurity and is also teaching them this last one. None. None. Now, they use it for their own business, but they don't teach their students because they are not required to teach their students. So here's the thing. We have taught you CV revamp. We have taught you LinkedIn optimization. We have taught you Upwork Mastery. All these are platforms, right? They are people's platforms. So LinkedIn is somebody's platform, right? So on LinkedIn, it's not just for you to apply for jobs. That's part of it. So we teach you all those job stuff. Applying for jobs is even, I would say maybe less than 10%. The 90% is the recruiters coming to you themselves because of certain things you do on LinkedIn that attracts them to you. So all the jobs I showed you, these jobs, they are less than 10%. You can get jobs that way, but they are not the major thing. The major thing is recruiters reaching out to you by themselves because you have mastered the algorithm. You have mastered the major thing is that CTOs, chief technology officers, startup founders reaching out to you themselves because of certain things you are doing on LinkedIn. So this has even gone past recruiter. The chief technology officer of an organization, the chief information security officer of an organization, at times the vice president, the founder, reaches out to you and says, oh, I saw some of these things here and there, and I want you to work for us. So LinkedIn is beyond, like I keep saying, LinkedIn is beyond, I put my picture, I put my profile, it's beyond that. It's beyond that. All those ones are maybe 15 or 20% of the power of LinkedIn. There's Upwork Mastery. Upwork is a freelance platform. So we teach you that in details. But the game changer is that all these are platforms. But we now teach you to have your own platform to market yourself. And that is email marketing. So there are tools we will teach you. And with these tools, you can send out 10,000 emails a month using artificial intelligence. AI. And these emails will get high open rates. And you'll be sending the emails to startup companies. Founders, startup company founders, CTOs, those are chief technology officers, CISOs, and recruiters, technical recruiters. Right? And these 10,000 emails monthly. Now, you are not just sending emails to random people. You are sending emails to people who need what you have to offer. Right? So that is the game changer. This is it. 10,000 emails every month. And you're not doing everything is automated. We will teach you. We will teach you how to do this. Everything is automated. And you can use this tool for other things. You could even say, I'm not going to work. I want to be a consultant. You don't have to get a job. You could just be a consultant. Okay, I want to do GRC work for companies. Let me help you with your IT audits. That's it. So this is what I have to offer. I have done this. I have done this. I have done this. I will help you to be compliant with ISO 27001. And you send out emails to a lot of organizations, a lot of companies, a lot of small and medium scalers, 10,000 emails a month. And this is automated. So you are not sending one email, you click send. No. It's automated. Right? It is called automation cold emailing using AI. Now, we teach you because we also use it to promote you. So while you are sending those emails, we've taught you everything is automated, how you are going to get the emails, how you extract them, how you send it, everything is tool-based. We are also using it for our students. But in our own case, we are sending out over 250,000 emails a month. And scheduling calls with businesses. This is how we get internships for our students now. This is how we get internships and placements for our students, right? Because we are sending out emails, scheduling calls, processing this. So, but we also teach you. So other institutes, they use it, but it's not necessarily a teacher, but in digital, because we want you to pass through our institute. So when we say we have helped thousands of our students to actually get their first tech job, to start up their tech business, we are coming from an angle. It's because of these things that we do. It's because of these things that we do. So we set you up, right? We teach you the technical skill and we teach you the ability to promote yourself, the ability to market yourself. We help you to crack Upwork platform. We help you to crack LinkedIn platform. We help you to crack email marketing. We help you to develop your CV. We know that with these things, you can never fail. Never. You can never fail. Right? Now, during the career coaching sessions, we also teach you alternative jobs that you can do. Alternative jobs, right? I've listed out the core cybersecurity jobs, but there are also some jobs that are not core cybersecurity, but if you acquire cybersecurity knowledge, you can do those jobs. You get what I'm saying? So they are non-core cybersecurity, but your cybersecurity training equips you with the knowledge. It equips you with the knowledge to handle these jobs. So some of these jobs are pre-sales engineer. Why pre-sales engineer? So there are cybersecurity companies that have products they want to sell. They have products they want to sell. So they need a cybersecurity professional who understands cybersecurity to be the salesperson rather than just employing a salesman, right? So there's pre-sales engineer, there is technical support. Because in our cybersecurity training, you learn Windows, server administration, you learn Linux, how to use Linux, you learn networking, you learn all those areas before you now move into ethical hacking, penetration testing, and co. So technical support roles, they are easy for you. They are easy. You can easily do technical support because you have gone from the low point to the high point, right? So you can be a cybersecurity content writer. Content writing is a lot of money, so you can be a cybersecurity content writer. You can be a security awareness trainer. At least if anything else fails, security awareness trainer cannot fail. Because all you just have to do, and all these things that I'm saying are things I have done, right? Using this code emailing, automation code emailing, send out emails to a lot of small and medium scale enterprises. I want to do a free cybersecurity awareness training for your organization. 1 hour, 2 hours. Let's just have it with your organization. And we do a security awareness training. I do it with them. Then from there, we take it higher to other services we can provide for them. So these are things that are easy to do because it's all about the law of averages. So imagine you sending out 10,000 emails a month, and all it takes you to send out 10,000 emails a month is just maybe 1 hour in a month, 1 hour or 2 hours in a month, because the automation, you automate everything. So 1 hour, 2 hours in an entire month, you have sent out 10,000 emails just working for 1 or 2 hours. Now look at if just 1%, 1% is 100, just 1%, 100 of them reach out to you. Let's even take it lower. Just what of 0.1%? 0.1. 0.1% is just 10 of them reaching out to you and say, okay, yeah, you can do this work for us. So we are giving people power to change their destiny, right? Because there are cybersecurity people who have the skill, and there are organizations who are looking for these hands, but the problem is the connection, right? So, yeah, so that's just, so we have pre-sales engineer, we have technical support, we have cybersecurity content writer, we have security awareness trainer. Yeah, so these are non-core, but they are also things you can play around with. You can play around with as a cybersecurity professional, right? So that being said, we have a 6-month training on cybersecurity, and it's starting March 30. Starts March 30. Saturday, March 30. Classes are Saturdays and Sundays, 6 p.m. UK time to 8 p.m. UK time. Is for 6 months, right? Registration closes next week, Friday, which is March 29, Friday, March 29. Now we are charging a very low price for this. And it's because it's a promo, and this is the last time that we'll be charging this small amount of money for this kind of training. This is the very last time, so please take note of that. Compared to trainings out there, this amount of money is just so low, but we are doing this now, and after this batch, we will now put it back at the appropriate price. And you can do your comparison. You can go around, look at our brochure, compare it with other brochures out there and look at the amount we are charging. So slow, so small, right? So it's just 276 British pounds, which is 350 US dollars. And for those who want to pay in Naira, which is 500,000 Naira, right? So class starts Friday, March 29. If you're interested in registering, you can chat up on WhatsApp. The WhatsApp groups have been opened, I believe, and will be opened. You can chat up on WhatsApp and we'll take it up from there, right? But please note that this is a promo price. Promo price. So let's be guided. This is a promo price. And after this, and during the course of your training, you will have your technical tutor. You have your non-technical tutor. You have your career coach. There will be a teaching assistant. I forgot to tell you. So the teaching assistant is there to help you if you get stuck, right? So there's a teaching assistant helping the technical and non-technical tutor. Then you also have career mentors, right? They'll be coming from time to time, the career mentors who will also be coming around. And, so it's a whole community. And when you are done with the 6 months training, you start internship, you get your certifications during the 6 months, you start internships already. We teach you Upwork, LinkedIn, code, email, using AI automation, CV revamp, and we keep sharing opportunities. And at the same time, we are marketing you. We are blasting your CVs around. So it's a solution set, a complete solution set, right? So at this point, let me start taking your questions. Right? Let me start taking questions. So somebody said venue for training is 100% online. Is 100% online. The people at this program are from Europe. There are people from France, from Germany, from Malta, from Poland. So it's 100% online training, 100% online. So that's it. So let me take your questions. Are the interns getting paid? Yeah, some internship, you get paid. Some, they won't pay you, but money is not the most important thing. The most important thing is that it builds your work experience. You have work reference and you overcome imposter syndrome. So you are capable, and that's just it. Yeah, don't worry. The training days will be put on the group chat. Like I said, some of the internships, they will pay you. Some, they won't pay you, but you get a lot of experience. The internship is after the training, is after the 6 months training, right? It's after the 6 months training. So for internships, the way it works is that you are doing like two times a week for the internship, and it's also online, right? So that's the way it works. Can somebody already in the field take part in this training? Of course you can, and we even advise that you do, right? Because we have experienced hands in digital. Don't worry, I will share some of their stuffs on there. I've not even shared all our career mentors and career coaches. I'll share their profile, and these are people that you have relationships with during the course of the training, right? So that's just the thing. Laptop, a 4 gig, 6 gig RAM laptop and higher is fine. Olusegun, 4 gig, 6 gig is good to go. No, the internship is not with Nigerian companies. So they are UK companies, Indian companies, Australian companies, US companies, European companies. The internships are not with Nigerian companies. Don't worry about the work experience or the work reference stuff. When you finish your internship, you get that. But even Agital processes work reference. I've done it for a couple of our students who got a job during the course of their training before they could even start internship. And we processed work reference for them, and it was settled. So that's not a big deal. Right. Wow, what is the percentage of labs and projects of this program? Well, I don't get your question very well as to percentage, but check the brochure, the technical sports outline is to be shared. So you see, I would say that maybe I understand what I'm saying. So the program is practicals. I would say maybe 75% or 80% practicals and 20% of talk. That's just it. Owoduni says, can I break into cybersecurity without a knowledge of IT skill? Of course, as long as you are computer literate. So check out the brochure we are sharing on the group. And we said it that the program is for absolute beginners. 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 Very, very important. Very, very important. So kindly take note of that. So Joseph Nganga says, I work 8 p.m. to 8 a.m. UK time. So you don't have a problem. I said the training is from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. UK time, and it's Saturday and Sunday. So you don't have a problem at all. Then aside that, all classes are recorded. The replay is made available, and there are teaching assistants that will help you out if you get stuck. So our own class is not recorded videos. We don't do all that. We don't do other pre-recorded videos. Somebody will record video, you now be watching the video. No, the classes are live. Then Chichi MacBooks are allowed. The classes are live. The live classes are recorded. The replay is made available. Like this session now, I'm going to share the replay on the group. Then when you are now watching the replay, even if you were in the class or you miss the class, there are teaching assistants that are there. Anytime you need help, you just reach out and they will help you whenever you get stuck. And the reason is because it's an online training. So we put that system together to ensure that, because we said you are trying to transition to tech, meaning that you're already doing something before. So we have designed our system for working class. That's the way it works right now. So that's the way it works, right? So that's it. Okay, so for courage, well, one-time payment, and we also allow two-time payments, even though a bit higher. The details will be shared on the group, right? But one-time payment, most likely. So that's just it, yeah. Okay, so for Damilola, we get vouchers for certifications, but we cannot say we are going to get for CISSP, right? We cannot say that, but we help. There have been times we've gotten vouchers for CompTIA, but we always try to get vouchers for our students, right? So that's it. But I can't say, oh, for this CISSP, we are going to get you a voucher over $500. So we have a team that always looks for free vouchers around and how to process it. So if we get, you do that. But the ones that we are very sure about, Cyber Ops, ISC Square CC, CompTIA, we always get at least a percentage for CompTIA Security Plus. We get a percentage. Those are Fortinet and all those ones are free. ISO 27001, ISO 31000, that's the Risk Management Foundation. Those ones, we get it for you. So that's just the thing. Yeah. The bonus class. The bonus class is the non-technical class and the career coaching class. That's the bonus class. The course structure will be shared on the group. Don't worry. The course structure will be shared on the group. Oh, Big Grono says, do you have a live tutor? Yes, there's a live tutor. There's a live tutor. Okay, somebody said, what about people like me who have years of experience? Still join the program. If you have years of experience, still join the program, right? Because if you have experience and you've not gotten what you want to get, you might want to learn from people who have more years of experience. So our career mentors have 11 plus years of experience, 12 plus years of experience, right? They've been in this industry. They work for global organizations. So coming into digital, meeting this kind of people will help you, even if you have certifications, even if you're already in cybersecurity, you will learn a lot from our faculty, right? You will learn a lot. And I will share during the course of the weekend, I will share all our career mentors, our tutors, our coaches that will be handling you. I won't share people that will not handle you. People that will teach you during the course of this 6 months and even after the 6 months, right? Even after the 6 months, because for us in digital, learning never ends. Just so you know, I didn't tell you that, right? So when you are done with your 6 months, we are still following up on you. And once we move you to your internship, we are still following up on you to ensure that you are where you should be. So digital is an ecosystem. Yeah, that's just it. What if I'm a DevOps engineer and I want to add security to my skill? That's wonderful. Your teaching qualifications are not a limitation. They are not a limitation, right? What training do you need for security trainer, corporate security trainer, and digital training? Or somebody said, OSINT and cyber forensic. Check our brochure. They are right there. Check the brochure is right there. Copy of the recorded webinar. Don't worry, the recorded webinar will be shared. Eliasu Abdul Mumin. I have said this several times. Our success stories, check out LinkedIn. You see our success stories loud there. It's loud. Eliasu, I have answered your question. This training is an 100% online training. It's a virtual training. It's a virtual training. Please. No. So you wrote the ISC squared exam and you didn't pass. Don't worry about that. You didn't pass because you were not well tutored, right? So it will not affect you. Don't worry. When you come into digital, you can write it again and pass it. And we have a very high, you have a very high success rate. Okay, Edward said, finding it difficult to get jobs, even though I've been getting interviews. So I might not have all the answers, but here are the reasons why people find it difficult to get jobs, even though they've been getting interviews. So it shows that number one, recruiters find you worthy to invite you for the interview. So meaning that your CV is doing a good work. Maybe you've acquired some certifications, but the reason why you are not getting the job, sorry, no offense, is because they feel that you don't have enough technical competence. I'm not saying you're not competent, but they think you don't have. And the best way to do that is to pass through a boot camp where you are not just learning from YouTube, Udemy, Coursera, where you are learning from people who are in the industry. I hope you all understand what I'm saying. You are learning from people who are in the industry. People who are working in cybersecurity for global organizations. So they will be able to help that deficiency and say, oh, this is where the issue is. Because, for instance, our own brochure was designed by our career coaches and mentors to reflect what is required in the industry. So you could go for a master's program in cybersecurity, come out, go for interviews and fail because the curriculum there is not the same as the skill required in the workplace. So this year we upgraded our curriculum because at the start of the year, OWASP, OWASP became a big thing. So we updated our curriculum to include the OWASP, right? So that is how it works. So what is happening is that the skills you have, they don't the skills they are looking for are not the ones you have. Are not the ones you have. So, Owoduni, you can do 2 times installment, 166 pounds first month, 166 pounds second month, and that's it. Yeah. So just 2 installments, that's the best. And for the 2 installments, the slots are not that much because we don't want to always have a very massive class for our cybersecurity cohorts. We always like to have small classes that we can give them the full attention. It's like a family, right? It's like a family. So I've answered that. The classes are live. Okay, so Tunde Okunuga says, I'm close to 60. Do I stand a chance? You stand a chance. Now, your best bet might not be getting a full-time job, but with the email marketing automation, you can get, at least you can get GRC audit jobs, IT audit jobs. At least, worst case scenario, those ones are the easiest. Why? Because in the United Kingdom, there are millions of small and medium scale businesses, and all of them need IT auditors. All of them need IT auditors. They need somebody to audit their entire IT infrastructure, and it should be a yearly thing, right? So it's just for you to blast these guys' emails, show them what is wrong with what they are doing, and show them how you will help them. So these are things I have done, right? That is why I'm teaching it, right? I have used email marketing to get those kind of jobs. So that is why I teach it. So you are close to 60. Maybe jobs might not work for you. Maybe going to work in a workplace might not work for you, but working on Upwork will work for you. Getting freelance work on LinkedIn will work for you. Email marketing will work for you. Yeah. So, okay, so Olayinka says, I'm in GRC at the moment, but would like to upskill through the course. But you just said it's for beginners. Please clarify. So yes, it's beginner to advanced. It's beginner to advanced. And when you register for this course, you learn the technical side and you learn the non-technical side. So that is very important, right? So it's not a beginner's training. It's beginner to advanced training. That's why it's 6 months. Yeah, dollar for sure. You can register now and start with the April cohort, because the April cohort will not be this cheap. The April cohort will not be this cheap. This is the last time we will make it this cheap. And I don't say this out of arrogance. There's any, even if it's £1 you pay for the training, is still money. But I know what our contemporaries charge, and they don't even offer as much as we offer. They don't even have as much experience and as we have. As much experience and as we have. During the course of your training, you will have at least 7 to 8 resource personnel that you interact with during the course of this 6 months training. At least 7 to 8 well-experienced hands. And I know how much they charge: $1,500, £2,000, £2,500. Some charge as high as £4,000, right? But we are just doing this as a promo, so don't get it twisted, please. Your MacBook is allowed. Can someone already in the field take part in this training? Yes, you can, and upskill. What is the difference between IT audit? So IT audit, just look at it from an auditor, auditing your IT system. GRC, look at it from compliance. So an auditor comes to audit. A compliance officer ensures that the company is compliant. So they are on 2 opposite sides. Cyber forensic is different. Cyber forensics is technical. So cyber forensics, their work is to investigate the reason for a breach, a security breach. to investigate why was there this security breach? What caused it? Who did it? How was this fraud committed? They check out the digital footprints. So that's cyber forensics, right? For the IT audit, there are a lot of free certifications that are very important. There's ISO 27001. There's ISO 31000, right? That you can take at least those two. If you have those two, you are started on a very strong footing. Gordon Savanhu, we'll love to have you here. We have experienced hands that will take you. Of course, we issue certificates. We issue certificates. Yeah, we will help you to transition. The webinar will be shared. Susie says she needs a certification that is non-technical. So we teach both the technical cybersecurity and the non-technical cybersecurity. Right? So the cyber certification we have, don't worry, to be shared on the group. Right? Of course. So there are many internships. You can do internships in the evenings. Right? We have many of those internships with the organizations that we network with. So you can do them in the evenings. Which area of cybersecurity? There's no one area that is the highest in demand. All of them have high demand, right? Because the cybersecurity engineer deploys the cybersecurity system. The SOC maintains and monitors. So without the security engineer, there can't be the SOC. So the thing is that cybersecurity is the highest in demand. That is what we should be talking about, not that which area. All of the areas are in high demand. So SOC analyst at Security Operations Center, Security Operations Center. A Security Operations Center is a center that monitors the systems, the networks of an organization. It's just monitoring. Just it as a control room that is just monitoring what is going on to be, okay, everything is fine, okay, everything is well. That is just what Security Operations Center is. Yeah. The internships there are various ones depending on you. There are some that are 3 months, and in a week you commit 10 to 20 hours a week for it, depending on you. Some are 6 months internship, right? You know, so it varies. It varies. So it depends on you. So, but we always announce these internship opportunities. Dana Farm, yes, I've said it before. You can register now in order to beat the promo price. The internship is virtual. The internship is virtual. So you can register now in order to beat the promo price and start in April or May. You can do that, right? Because after this April, we are not going to be giving this training out at this ridiculous amount of £276, $350. Because when the training is that cheap, there's a tendency for people to just think that, you know, what's it all about? But this is just a promo for us. Can one work remotely? Of course. Of course, I showed you. There are Nigerians here in Nigeria who are working remotely for organizations in Europe. How much more people in Europe? I showed you all these things. I think you should take time and watch the replay again. Of course. That is why the training is remote. The training is virtual. The training is virtual. You don't need programming or coding in this course. You don't need programming or coding in this course. You don't need programming or coding in this course. I have said that many times. So please take notes. Yeah, Avanza Dana Farm, you can register now and start in April or May. You can do that. Yeah, you can do that. Gabriel, all this mentioned will be treated. It will not be looked into. It will be done. Right? So it will be done. It will not be looked into. So Ayodeji, so like I said, there are many of these internships, not one, many. Some are 3 months, some are 6 months, right? Some are 2 hours a day internship. Some are 10 hours a week to 20 hours a week internship. So it depends on you. But when we share the information, you will see this one. Okay, I don't think I want to do this particular one. Then we share another one with you. So we don't have one internship because we liaise with a lot of companies. Yeah. Yeah, Lekwakalu, yeah, you can do 2 installments. A few slots. We have a few slots for 2 installments. So you can do 165 British pounds in March, then 165.5 British pounds in April. But there are a few slots for 2 installments. We don't want the class to be very big. We want a small class so that people can have, we can cater to everybody, right? No, SOC is already part of the course, right? So we don't have a separate course for SOC. It's part of the course, right? And you need all the skills. You need networking to operate as a SOC. You need knowledge of SIMs. You need all those things to even function as SOC. So there's no SOC alone course. Check the brochure again. The brochure has been shared on the group. No, because I said it's a bonus doesn't mean it's not intensive. It's very intensive. It's very detailed and very intensive. Please don't think that because I said is this that means it's not intensive. Or no, don't get it twisted, please. Don't get it twisted, please. So, yeah. Any other questions? Any other question? We generate a Stripe account. Stripe, a Stripe account. And the GRC training is very detailed. I've answered that. So you pay with Stripe, right? Yes, training starts March 30. If you have further questions, I'll soon be off. But if you have further questions, you can ask on the group. The groups have been opened, right? Training starts March 30, which is next week, Saturday. Registration closes by Friday. Yeah. So Nana, you can send me a chat. I will see what we can do about that. 276 British pounds. Ayodeji, of course, that's Stripe. You can just use your credit card to pay. You can just use your credit card to pay straight up using Stripe. Stripe is somebody's asking what is Stripe. Stripe is a global payments processing organization. And before any organization can register on Stripe, they have verified you, right? So people trust Stripe because they know that whichever organization they are paying into has been well verified by Stripe. Yeah. Don't worry about using Stripe. You just have to use your card. It's very simple, Olayinka. Don't worry. Just click on that link and the rest will be easy. And if you have any challenges, you can reach out to us and we'll take it off from there. Class starts next week, Saturday. 6 p.m. UK time. What's your question, Chidima? You said I didn't answer your question. I'm currently living in the UK doing a master's degree in cybersecurity. Oh, Dana Farm. So that means this session was about you. Hope this training and internship will help me secure a job. Definitely. Definitely. That's why we are doing what we are doing. The training, then after that, you get the internship. That's the whole idea. That's the whole idea. Of course, you will meet all the tutors, instructors, and trainers and coaches. You will meet all of them, right? I will share their profiles with you, right? You will share their profiles. So don't stress yourself about Irapada. You're a very funny person, though. Go and check Agital out. Go and do your due diligence. Go on LinkedIn. Go and search Agital. Go and do your research. That is what matters. Go and do your research. Go and ask the students talking about Agital. Go and ask them, how was Agital? How is Agital? Go and do your research. That's it. It's that simple. We're out there. The last date for payment is Friday, March 29. March 29. Oh, Chidiman, you said your question. Yeah, because it is promo, we have to update it on the website. That's the point. So after this promo, we will review it on the website. That's just the thing. So it was updated on the website. That's why it's promo. That's it. Now I've answered your question now. Yes. So we updated it on the website because it's promo. Because let me explain, it's an integrity issue if you go to the website and you are seeing $700 there or $800, and I come here and I'm saying $350. You start wondering. I hope like somebody now is already saying, how can we know about you? How can we? So it'd be like, so it has to be consistent. So that's what happens. So once we are done by next Saturday, we are going to update it on the website and move it back to the amount it was. So what we have right now is promo, both websites, both here. Yeah. Big grow, just chat me up on WhatsApp. Just chat me on the WhatsApp. So the reference on your CV will carry Agital and it will carry the company that you are doing internship with. Right? So anyone who is fine. Yeah. So Agital, then which will show that, oh yeah, you were with Agital for this amount of time. Then afterwards, you went to go and work at this place. So it will carry both organizations there. So people, the questions just keep coming, but I need to take my leave so that I can start preparing for work tomorrow, right? So if you have further questions, let me drop my WhatsApp. Oh, I should have dropped my WhatsApp. Chat me up. Chat me up on WhatsApp. Chat me up on WhatsApp +234 807758 7734. This is my WhatsApp line. Chat me up and we'll take it from there. Right? So, because the questions keep coming and the session keeps coming. Yeah. Of course, we'll get internships for you after the course. Immediately you are done with your 6 months, we'll secure internships for you. Immediately. Right? Immediately we'll secure internships for you. Right. So that's the way it is. So somebody is asking, is Agital UK? We are registered in the US and US is global. Right. So that's the reason why we are able to operate our Stripe account. So that's it. The internship, some are paid, some are unpaid. I cannot guarantee you that you will have the paid one, but you might also get a paid one. So I have to be clear. But the internship, the major thing is not the pay, is the experience and the work reference. It will help you to get paid jobs. So let's be very clear. I'm a man of integrity. I will not tell you something just because I want you to register for the program. So some of the internships will be paid. Some are not paid, meaning they don't pay you. Some of the internship, they actually pay you a stipend, even though it's remote, right? But one thing that is clear is that you will get work experience. You will get work experience. You will get quality work experience. Yeah. No, it's a part-time internship. The internship is designed for people who are, yeah, of course, it depends on you. There's 3 months, there's 6 months internship, there is 8 months. It depends on you. So people at this point in time, if you have further questions, this is my WhatsApp line. You can chat me up and I'll take it up from there, right? So every other question you have, just chat me up. Thank you, people, for your time. Bye for now.